Hello, hello, hello. Right, I actually think it's just me and you. I don't know whether it's Kim and Emma, but hey, Kim and everybody. I am recording it just so
I've got my name's Kim on it.
it's Emma. That's okay. We're gonna get started. We're gonna start seated. Let me just make sure that I'm recording it okay. Cool. Let's get going. Let me just take my socks off. I'm gonna start seated, facing me. Make sure that I'm pinned. Cool. Legs can be however you want them to be, whether it's soles of the feet together or legs crossed. Just making sure that you're sitting nice and tall, hands relaxed onto the knees. And just starting by taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. Just so we can begin to feel settled in our practice today. And as we begin our grounding, ready for our Hatha flow, I'd just like you to think of something that you're grateful for. Just take that moment of gratitude in your day. And also thank yourself for sharing the space together, taking time out in your day just for you. Take a deep breath in through the belly, push it out like a big balloon, and then as you exhale, draw and navel to spine. Good. Imagine you're being pulled from the crown of the head to that nice long spine. Nice deep inhale once more in through the belly and exhale, navel to spine. In your own time, you can begin to move into the head, drawing the chin down, up and round. Take your time to do this, protecting the neck as the head comes forwards and backwards. And then whichever direction you're moving in, just change in direction. Lovely stuff. Bringing everything back to level, and you can begin to open the eyes if they're not already. You're going to circle the arms up, interlace the fingers, push up to the sky. So just take a nice stretch. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Away from the ears, it's not too close. Good. Then just take the hands there, roughly 2 inches away, and begin to move the hands in circles. Do around 5 circles, just in one direction. And then when you feel like you've taken 5, you're going to see if you can draw the left elbow down towards the left-hand side. You're going to be able to open up all the way down the side body of that right-hand side. You can even take the lead if you want to. That feels quite nice. Remember the breath, always folding on the exhale. Last round of breath. Good. Then bring everything back to center and then changing to the other direction you are moving in. I'm not sure which direction I was going in then. Taking your 5 rounds. And then this time, other side. So drawing the right elbow down. And again, you can take that side, bend, try and keep the neck nice and long. Good. Sorry for all the banging. I actually live on a building site. Last round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Lovely stuff. Bringing everything back up. Push up towards the sky. And as you exhale, circle down and join me on the mat in all 4s. Take your time to get there, just adjusting as you need. From here, we're going to work on our core strength. So you're going to push through the base of the hands and see if you can lift the knees off. You can either tuck the toes under and do this way, or have the feet flat and lift. Either way, we're going to hold the 3 arms. I'll count them for you, so when you're ready, experiment with which sort of pose you'd like to do. We're going to inhale to lift and hold for on 1, on 2, on 3, and exhale. Good. Relax into the toes. As we inhale, dip the belly down, gaze comes forward into your cow pose. Feel that nice stretch in the spine, and as you exhale, draw navel to spine, push through the base of the hands. Take your cat pose, chin into chest. Good. Now just be quite free with the movement. There's no sort of hard and fast rule. So you can even move and snake into the arms. You could shift forwards and backwards as if you're coming into a child's pose. Just begin to free up into the spine if you'd like to. And then when you feel like you've had a few rounds of spinal flow, bring it back to that tabletop position, back into our core strength moment. So whether it's toes tucked under or feet flat, we're going to lift and hold for on 1, on 2, on 3. Lovely stuff. Exhale, lower down. Perfect. Tucking the toes under if they aren't already. Just walking the bottom back towards the heels. We're going to give the toes a nice stretch. Lovely. Circle the arms up, palms together, and take a slight back bend. Just being careful. You can take the gaze up as well if you want to. Only bend as far as the body wants to go. Lovely stuff. And then when you're ready, bring hands into heart center and extend them out in front of you. Interlace the fingers and just begin to move into the wrists. If you're noticing your feet are starting to wake up a little bit, just relax into the toes. Good. Remember to breathe and remember to sit tall, always drawing that navel to spine. Last round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Lovely stuff. Just release the hands, giving them a shake. As we pop the hands back out in front, we're in the tabletop. Relax the toes, knees to the edges of the mat, bottom comes back, and take 5 breaths in your child's pose. Just before we find our flow, this is your time to restore. If you want to come back to the child's pose at any point, then you can do. Feel the chest and your heart as it's moving towards the mat. Feeling grounded and centered here in your child's pose. No worries, just for the next half an hour, present in the here and in the now. Good. Take a couple more rounds of breath. Breathe deeply into the belly. Nourish the body with the breath. Lovely stuff. Whenever you're ready, join in me in a downward facing dog. So you might want to shift yourself up to adjust the knees, tuck the toes under, upside down, knee. You can take a pedal here if you want to, or you can take more of a static downward dog with soft knees. Pushing through those hands, just begin to open up into the chest. You've got that lovely shape there. Good. Remember to breathe, inhale and exhale. Good stuff. Last round of breath. We're going to step, jump, hop or walk, feet to hands. Whichever you prefer, as we come into a forward fold, but we're going to begin to open up into the upper body by interlacing the hands behind us and almost see if you can bend the knees as much as you can to sit the chest onto the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, and you'll notice the arms want to lift higher once you've taken that crown towards the floor. We don't all naturally have lovely lengthened legs, just do what feels comfortable for your legs. Doesn't matter how high the arms are as long as you're feeling the stretch. Good. Take one last round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, release the hands, locking them down onto the mat. Just take a moment in your forward fold. You can experiment with lifting and lowering as you like. Good, we're going to begin to get nice and warm. So whenever you're ready, peel up nice and slowly, lifting up through the core with a nice flat back. Arms rise above the head. Allow the chin to lift and head to lift last. Palms joining together above the head, mountain pose. Take a moment here. Feel grounded through the feet, strong in the legs. If the ego begins to take over in our practice today, take an inhale and exhale. What will be, will be. Good. Last round of breath here. Stand tall and grounded, and as you exhale, bringing hands into heart center. Take an inhale and your exhale. Perfect. We're going to do the first round slowly and then speed up one breath per move. So inhale, taking the arms parallel either side of the face so you're nice and tall in the body. Exhale, take a seat into your chair pose. Tuck that tailbone under so you're not sticking your bottom out too much. However, that sort of seems natural. Tuck the tailbone under, so cut through the core. From here, hands are going to come into heart center, level 1. Level 2, you can take a twist towards the right hand side. Level 3, you can see if you can hook that left elbow all the way down and take a twisted chair. So find which level you want to work at today. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. Really push that top hand into the bottom hand, open up into the chest. Last round of breath here. Wonderful. Inhale, center. Keep that squatting chair. Exhale, other side. So whether you want to take the twist to the left-hand side or hook in that right elbow over the left knee. 2 breaths here. Good. When you're ready, twist it back to the front. Still keep that chair pose. And then as you exhale, you can lengthen through the legs and take a moment either in your forward fold or ragdoll, whichever you prefer. And inhale and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, create space. Soft knees, nice flat back, gazing down towards the mat. Take a breath. Inhale now. Plant the hands either side of the foot as we step it back. Plank pose, nice and strong, zipping up through the core. Nice line with the body. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Push the ground away from you. 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, lower the knees, or you can come down through chaturanga. Draw the elbows in as you do chaturanga. Knees are off the mat, and you lower the body down, whichever you prefer. We're going to rise up to upward facing dog or cobra. Cobra, the hips are glued. Upward facing dog, resting on the top of the feet. Whichever you prefer. Good. Last round of breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, shift it back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath and a pedal. Oh, people. Downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to step, jump, hop, feet to hands, forward fold. Step, lunge, whichever you prefer. Forward fold. As we inhale, rise all the way, mountain back to being grounded, reach tall, and as you exhale, hands into heart center. Take a breath. Keeping with that warmth, 1 breath per move now. As we inhale, take the chair pose. Inhale, hands into heart center. Exhale, twist right hand side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale. Fold. As we inhale, lift halfway, create space. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Plank pose. Good. Inhale, chin, chest, tummy, or chaturanga, whichever you prefer. As we ripple up to upward facing dog or cobra. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath and a pedal. As we step, jump, hop, feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale as we rise. Mountain. Exhale, hands into heart center. 1 more round. Inhale. Take the chair. Hands hands in heart center, take the twist. Left hand side, elbow to the right. Good, back to center, keep it strong. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And lower, back to plank. Chin, chest, tummy, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath and a pedal. Inhale, step, jump, hop, feet to hands, forward fold. As we inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, hands into heart center. Keeping that warmth, still burning. Inhale, circle the arms up. Mountain. Exhale, forward fold. From here, grounding through the hands, step it back, plank pose. Good, keep it strong, take a breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely stuff. Inhale, we're going to sweep left leg into the air, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you can flop the foot over, open up into the hip if you want to. Good. Whichever you prefer. Keep it strong, push through the hands. When you're ready, see if you can shift the weight forward slightly and pop that left foot down behind you as we come into a wild thing. So you take that left hand, you take a nice back bend. This is a really nice heart opener if you want to give it a go. Good. Whenever you're ready, swish it back round and flip. It's never quite as graceful as you hope it would be. Back into your downward facing dog. Good. Other side as we sweep. Three-legged dog, right leg, and then you can open up into the hip. It helps if you're able to open up into the hip. Just it allows you to start opening up that particular side body. And when you're ready, shift the weight forward slightly just so you can pop that right foot down as we lift. Wild thing. It's helpful to come onto the tiptoe of that right leg just to give you a little bit of height. Last round of breath. Wonderful. Flip it back round. Downward facing dog. Lovely stuff. Lower into the knees. Relax the toes now. Take a few rounds of breath in your child's pose. Breathing deeply. Just keep with that warmth that you've created. Notice how movement and breath, it allows you to stay in the present moment, away from the drama, away from the chaos. Brings a moment of peace, of light to your day and to your life. Good. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. Lovely stuff. When you're ready, gradually peel up, nice and slowly. So you're in hero pose, this is called. So when you're resting on your shins, if that's too much, then tuck the toes under. Find what works. Just here for a moment as we take a breath, hands relaxed onto the shins, closing into the eyes, sitting nice and tall. Just bring your awareness to the shoulders. Are they nice and relaxed? As we take a moment to control the breath as you breathe deeply into the belly and exhale, navel to spine. Good stuff. And again. And last round of breath. Wonderful. From hero pose, taking a puppy pose now, we're going to slide the hands down, similar to what you do with a child's pose, but as the hands come down, you'll notice the bottom wants to rise. You can shimmy the legs backwards so that the hips are stacked, taking a slightly deeper stretch and opening up into the shoulders as the heart shines down onto the mat. You can either put the chin on the mat or the forehead on the mat, so find what works, find what you feel most comfortable with.
Really feel that connection with your heart to the ground, as if there was a magnet on your heart and the ground and they're really drawn towards one another. If you find it's too much for the shoulders, draw it back slightly. Take a less of a puppy pose. Good. Draw the arms closer towards you. 2 more rounds of breath as you inhale and exhale. Lovely. And last round of breath. Perfect stuff. Send the body now through the arms so that you're coming to lie down on your stomach. Lengthen through the legs in Sphinx pose. So palms are on the mat, facing down. Chest is shining forward, nice and long in the neck, not sinking in the shoulders. Everything's nice and drawn back. Feet can be wide or joined together if you particularly want to strengthen your thighs and legs. Good. Gradually slowing down our practice now. Take time to reflect, even though your day has barely begun. We're only halfway through the day as such. Think of everything you've already learnt today, however big, however small. Take time to reflect as we cool down on what you've gained from your practice today. Maybe it's to take time. Maybe it's to follow the breath and move intuitively. Keep that close to you. Lovely stuff. Take the elbows wide to the edges of the mat. Head to rest on hands. Big toes touch. Feet to flop. Just giving you a few rounds of stillness, of peace, of quiet. I'll let you know when we're ready to awaken, but for now, just taking time in reverse Savasana. Enjoy. Take a couple more rounds of breath as you inhale and your exhale. Good for the belly as it presses into the mat. From here, we're going to see if we can take our left ear, left ear onto right hand as we extend the left arm out, palm facing down. Good. So you're doing opposite ear to opposite hand. You're going to take a bend into the right leg, sole of the foot to the sky, and take a scorpion kick over. So you might only move the foot very slightly. It's just beginning to open up into that front body there on that right hand side. Good. It's not about getting the foot towards the floor on the other side. You might be particularly flexible and be able to. It's just about being able to feel and open up into the front body. Good. Being open allows us to feel grounded, open to new possibilities, open to change. However anxious it may feel, yoga allows us to feel grounded. Good. Last round of breath. When you're ready, flip everything back round. And other side. So this time, drawing the left hand in, taking the right ear on the top of that hand, extend the right arm out, palm facing down, taking a bend into the left leg and fold. Good. Postures like this are so easy. You could do it from bed. Also, it might be nicer to do it from bed because you could have pillows underneath the foot that you're bending over to sort of prop you up. So why not give it a try when it next pops into mind. Good. Last couple of rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, flip everything back round. Hands underneath the shoulders as we peel up. Just taking a moment in cobra pose. Expand back through the chest. You can take the head back if you want to. And push all the way up and back just so that you can join facing me. Wonderful. Soles of the feet together, sit nice and tall and just butterflying the knees, beginning to open up into the hips. Feet closer towards you, deeper the stretch, further away, easier the stretch. So find what you feel comfortable with. When you're ready and you feel limbered, just relax the knees now as we begin to crawl forward. So hinging from the hips, nice and long in the spine. Walking the hands forwards. You may have only moved so far, but take it as far as you comfortably want to go. It's not about getting the head towards the toes or anything crazy. It's just about being able to feel the stretch in the hips. So don't push the body further than it wants to go. Just know your own limits in your practice. Good. Keeping everything nice and long. Even add a little sway from side to side just to release into the back as you come down. Lovely stuff. 3 more rounds of breath as you inhale and exhale, fold. Good. Hold a lot of energy and emotion in our hips, so it's important that we begin to open them to release. Walking those hands back towards you in your own time. Really imagine the spine stacking all the way back up. And it's up to you how you'd like to take these last few moments, whether you'd like to be seated or lying down, completely up to you. I'm choosing seated today. I'm going to begin by closing into the eyes, taking one hand on heart, one hand on belly. You can do this lying down too. As we end our practice together with some pranayama, so some breathing. Today we're going to do 5 rounds of breath retention, holding for 5 ohms. So whenever you're ready, just take a few natural rounds of breath. Just allow the body to settle. Take time. And I can count these for you. So in your own time, whenever you're ready, you can begin to inhale. Holding at the top of your breath. Push out into the belly for on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and exhale. Perfect. We go again. And hold for on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhale. 3 more. And hold for on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And hold for on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Exhale. Last round. Make it count. And hold for on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, and on 5. You can release the hands. Take a few moments of stillness now. Breathe in normally. And notice how much calmer, hopefully, you feel after our practice. You feel grounded. We are all perfectly imperfect, and that's a really good thing. We shouldn't all be the same. We all have our flaws. It's just how we choose to move forward with life, to look after ourselves and be compassionate to those around us too. So when you're ready, slowly bring hands into heart center, lower chin in towards chest.
Just say a little thank you to yourself for showing up today, for sharing space together. May we have peace in our hearts, minds, and in our souls, sharing kindness and compassion wherever we are, to those around us, and most importantly to ourselves. If you'd like to join me in a namaste, please feel free to do so. Namaste. And when you're ready, you can lift the head, open into the eyes, release the hands, bring yourself back into your space. And that is our yoga practice for today. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next month. But next week's video is a moon salutation, which I'm really excited for because we haven't done anything like that before. So yeah, that's coming out on Monday, I think, if I've got my dates right. But yeah, stay safe and well, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.